our, gosh, that's not what I wanted to do. Hold on. Anyway, we're talking about symmetry. We've done translations, reflections, rotations. Now we're going to talk about symmetry. So line symmetry, and there's line symmetry and point symmetry, but we're going to talk about line symmetry and then a different type of rotation today. So line symmetry, a figure has line symmetry if it can be folded in half over a line and then both halves are exactly the same. So notice how that figure on the right, each of those dotted lines, if you cut that figure out and folded it on that dotted line, it would fit exactly on the other side, right? That's nothing new. You've seen that before, correct? So how many lines of symmetry would we say this figure has? 2. Okay. So what I want for you to do now is I want you to, looking at number 1 and 2, draw all the lines of symmetry for each of those 2 figures. What are all the lines of symmetry for these 2? Guess that it is right here, correct? I probably want to do a dotted one. Let's go. Let's do that. So if we cut that figure out and folded it on that line, the left side would match or the top would match exactly, no moving or anything. They would just fit on top of each other, right? Okay. Figure number 2, how many lines of symmetry did you get, Taylor? 2. So can you describe one of the lines? Okay. Good, like right here? Awesome. Zayden, did you get another line of symmetry? Opposite direction, so it's going to go here. Like that. Very good. Either one of those, if we folded it, cut it and folded it up on that, it would fit exactly. Okay. Rotational symmetry is when you have your center of rotation, or the point you're rotating is within the figure. So we have rotated figures about a point that's away from that figure, right? Rotational symmetry means we could rotate, we could find the center of our figure. So I'll, like, for example, the center of this figure here, it would be about right there, correct? And then the center of this figure would be about right there. And we could trace our figure and then rotate it, turn it around that figure, and it will fit at some angle measure. Okay, so how do we figure that out? How do we figure, does it look like number 3 has rotational symmetry? Okay, so here's what I want you to do. What you're going to do is you are going to get your protractors, and you're going to draw a line from the center to a specific point on the figure. So one of the defining points for me would be to use the tip of that arrow. So I'm going to draw a segment, not that segment. I'm going to draw a segment that goes, here, I'll use this, that is a little bit better. I'm going to go from the center to the tip of that, right there. And then I'm going to draw to the next tip. And since our rotations, we can go clockwise or counterclockwise. Let's go to this one, that tip. And then you're going to figure the angle that creates, rotating this direction. How big of an angle is that? So take your time to figure that out, and we'll talk. All right, so we already decided number 1 has line symmetry, and that the only line of symmetry is the one that's drawn. Okay. How about number 2, Autumn? Line symmetry? No, because there's no line we could draw that would cut that figure in half, or not only cut it in half, but if we flipped it over that line, that it would match up perfectly. How about number 3? Number 3, Sierra, does it have a line of symmetry? More than one? Where's the line of symmetry? Right here. So there's our line of symmetry. Sort of. Okay. How about number 4? Does it have line symmetry, Tessa? Yes. Where do I draw that line? Like this. Diagonally, like that. Okay, just one line of symmetry, correct, on all of those, except for 2 has no symmetry. Line symmetry. Good. All right, so on 5, you're going to try to decide which pentominoes below is the only one that has rotational symmetry. So look at that, and then number 6, you're going to answer which ones have both line symmetry and rotational symmetry. So answer 5 and 6 on your own, and then we'll talk about those. And number 5, which one of those has rotational symmetry? What do you think? I heard you say it. D. Okay, so that means if we found the center of this figure and then we rotated it around that center, like part way, it would fit. No, it would be B. The center of this figure is about right there. If we rotated it this direction, it would fit about halfway through, right? 180 degrees it would fit. So B is the only one with rotational symmetry. Then number 6, we want, 2 of them have both line symmetry and rotational. So, Carly, what's the first one that you think has both line symmetry and rotational? A. So for A, there's the center. We could rotate it 45 or 90 degrees and it would fit, correct? And then it also has several line symmetries. How many line symmetries does that have? A lot. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Any others than that? Okay. You weren't asked to find those, but I just wanted to for curiosity's sake. Kara, which other one do you think has both rotational symmetry and line symmetry? B. Okay. So let's talk line symmetry. How many lines of symmetry does this have?
4.
Coulter says 4. Anybody agree, disagree? What do you think, Mackenzie? 2? Okay, I know for 2. Sure, 2. This one and this one. Now, I think you're thinking cut it down the diagonal or from here to here. But that won't work because it will flip and we'll have part of our rectangle there. So just 2 lines of symmetry, and of course it does have rotational of 180 degrees. We'd have to rotate it at 180 degrees to get to fit. Good. All right, so let's look at answer 7 through 10. For each figure, draw all lines of symmetry and tell if it has rotational symmetry. Let's do that quickly, and then we'll talk about the next thing. So go ahead and do that. Number 7 has them drawn, the 2 lines of symmetry, but you need to also determine if it has rotational symmetry.